Lord Banks FX. Lord Banks FX welcomes you to this live stream of live Forex trading. A whole 3 hours of news.
We begin with that wild ride on Wall Street.
You're seeing new record highs on the S&P and NASDAQ.
Interviews.
Some will make money, some will lose money, but that's just the way the markets always work.
Analysis. And live trades. So sit back, lock in, and load up your trading terminals. And let's get this rocket to blast off. Introducing your host, Lord Banks FX. Prepare for launch in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Good morning. Welcome back to Lord Banks FX. I'm your host, Lord Banks. I live trade Forex, commodities, and indices. Welcome back, family. Let's get it. Good morning, Black Angel, Sonny, George, Tony. Everybody joining early today, jumping on. Welcome. Let me go ahead and move this so TikTok can see. How's everybody doing today? Let's see here. I wonder if All right. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I was on yesterday. So just to recap yesterday, we had a breakout here. We ended up entering on the pullback, came down about 33 pips. Didn't hit our TP1. I did move my stops to break even, ended up breaking even on us, and then we were done for the day. New York session, we had a phenomenal session. Phenomenal session. If you were in my VIP, we had a nice breakout here that we ended up taking during NYSE Open. Ended up hitting our TP1, hit our first and second levels. And if you ended up taking this one, it was about 126 points before it came back down. So it was a nice win for us in New York. But we are back at it again. You guys know how we do clean charts. So I'm going to go ahead and delete everything, remove everything off of the chart. Clean charts, no indicators, no foo-foo. Start with top-down analysis. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
You're now tuning in to Lord Banks FX.
All right, guys. So what we see here is we have about 13 days left on the month, right? We do see it forming as a bearish candle. Hasn't broken the previous low of the previous month, and it hasn't come to test the previous high. So right now this could just be the lower wick, the bottom wick that it's establishing before it continues higher, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing right here. Since it's already been going down for basically half of the month, maybe we start testing the upper levels. So let's see where we are for the week. Past 2 weeks has been bearish. There was a level of support here, busted down through that. Current previous week low has not been broken, hasn't created a new low from that. Currently have a bullish candle forming for this week. We have 1 day and 16 hours left, and it looks like it's pushing to the upside. Looking on the daily, Looking on the daily, we can see the formation here of this market structure to the downside, pull back up, coming down, forming a new low, breaking this previous low, and now having this little pullback here. Now, the pattern that we see could basically forecast a new low, but the opportunity for us would be to continue riding the pullback, because the pullback could come to test, you know, it could stop here and reverse. It could come test this wick right there. It could come test this resistance up here before it continues down lower. That's if it continues the pattern, right? Now, this could just be a higher low before it just continues up even higher. So this is why we pay attention to these areas, right? What we're looking at is the previous high of the previous day, trading day, the previous high here of this wick, this level of resistance. So those are the kind of things that we pay attention to. Now, for this current day, yesterday we ended up closing bullish, right? So currently right now we're in a bearish candle. It's already kind of retracing from the little wick that it's created. So it could begin to pull up. We have London session opening up in about an hour, actually 2 hours. Yeah, what time is it in London? Yes, in about 2 hours. So we can start to see this start to push up during that session, right? So that might be our opportunity is moving to the upside. So let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour. In the 4 hour, we'd like to go ahead and establish our zones, tops and bottoms. And for you guys that are new here, essentially what we're looking at is in our zones is just to define a play area, right, where we find that price can maneuver through, and the zone is going to be basically looking at levels of supply and demand, support, resistance, areas of interest where the price, you can see, has multiple reactions, right? So if we're looking at this chart, we see price having reaction, reaction there. So this for me would be our lower level bottom zone, and this is to identify the bottom zone from the current price, right? So here's the current price, here's the bottom zone. So now from the current price above that, where do I see the next level being? And what I'm looking at here is about that area right there. And actually, I'm going to refine this just a bit. Move down to the 1 hour to refine it. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. So we'll move down to the 15-minute now, and in the 15-minute, this is where we like to establish our range. Our range is going to be the area where we break out of for a potential position, either buying or selling. Automatically, I'm focusing on this area right here. We're going to push down from there. Oh, what's going on here? Did it freeze up or what? Oh, I don't know what happened there, but anyways, breaking below here, we do see a little bit of price action here down to the downside. It's about 9 pips, so maybe want to move this lower. Yeah, because from here we got this level here. Let's see what I want to look at. Why is this thing glitching out? I don't know, my computer's like, I don't know if it's the internet or I don't know. It was tripping, but All good now. So we got a first level here about 17, 18 pips. Second level about 45. Third, right about 65 for potential to the downside. Now moving to the upside. Really, this price action isn't good. None of this is good. We would really have to wait for it to come up above that, and then we could have an opportunity up here. Yeah. Unless we see different market structure develop and make us adjust, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So to the first level here, about 30 pips. Second level is about 56. And third is about 80 pips. So that's a setup right there. I'm going to go ahead and set alerts for when this crosses and closes on the 15-minute for a potential buy. All right, and let me go ahead and label this. Put this on top, and let me go ahead and make this bigger so you guys can see it. And we'll label this. Set an alert, crossing down, bar close, and that'll be for a potential sell. All right. So now that we got that set, let me go ahead and label this. Label this out. This is GJ on the 15-minute chart. Copy the link, and I'm going to go ahead and send the link out in the chat. Copy the chart, send it out to the free Telegram. All right. All right. You guys want to see gold? Let me go ahead and do gold. Look at this. Look at the. This was yesterday, right? We started at 12. Broke out, hit TP 1, 2, and 3. Blew up, and then all came all the way back. If you would have taken this trade, this would have been a banger. This would have been a banger. Been like 80 plus pips. Look at that. Real nice. Real nice. Anyways, let's go ahead and delete everything. Clean charts, no indicators, straight price action. Top down analysis, looking at the monthly chart here, we see the current month, it is hella bullish. Hella bullish, hella bullish. Thing is pushing up. Looking at the weekly, previous week candle was massive. Look at the comparison. We have 1 day and 16 hours left on this weekly candle. Very small body, wick to the top, wick to the bottom. So it could be an indication of price exhaustion, price reversal. It could be coming back down for the retest, because look at the consolidation here. All right. Let's look at the daily, get a better picture of that. Got the doji here, got a bullish candle here. Yesterday's was bearish, but it was bearish, closed with inside that candle. Came down, has reached for new lows, right? Broken this low, broken this low. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how this candle will close. I mean, it's already pushed down. This previous day failed to create a new high. This candle here, here's the high. Got 15, almost 16 hours left. It's been pushing down. So if this pulls back up, it could be the initiation of turning around, right, and moving to the downside. And we have some nice room to play to the downside. So could be a nice entry point for like a swing to the downside. But let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, establish our tops and bottoms. Tops and bottoms, tops and bottoms. These are our zones. This is essentially our play area, right? This is where we like to mark these out, and it's just essentially price reaction, where you see multiple price reaction. You want to go ahead and mark that off, so then we can identify where we can where price can potentially move through, right? And this is just to get an idea of the play area, right? Like of where price can move through within the session. Let's go down to the 1 hour. In the 1 hour, we like to refine it, refine it just a bit. And this thing is like lagging again, like crazy. Looks good, that looks good, that looks good. And remember, this is not exact. This is just an area that we're looking at. It's not going to be an exact price number pinpointed. Move down to the 15 minute. The 15 minute is where we like to establish our range where we can potentially break out of. Well, I mean, got this bottom range right there. Targets there, targets there. Third target there. To the upside. Oof, this is kind of, I mean, it looks like it kind of already broke out right there. We haven't really established like a full on, like here's nice clean traffic, but we need some kind of resistance formed. The only one that is the nearest is right here. So I'll go and place this here, and we'll monitor it. targets there, targets here. Okay. That might change. 50 pips there, 52, 77, and 112, 113 to the downside. About 29, 30, 75, and 116. Okay. So that's our, where I'll put our ranges for now. Crossing up, bar close. And this is for potential buy. Let me go ahead and label this. Remember guys, the price that I'm writing out here on the screen, this is just so you guys know where it's at. On mine, like, pay attention to the candle structure and where your price is based on your broker. Price will vary slightly, and you gotta account for your spreads. Okay, so this one is gold on the 15-minute chart. Go ahead and copy that chart image, send it out to the free Telegram. If you're looking for the free Telegram link, it is in the bio. It is in the bio. I'm gonna send the link out to chat, YouTube chat. All right. Can you guys hear me? Do I need to turn it up a bit? Better now? Better or worse? Better or worse? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let's see, who do we have here? George, Manny, Byron, Arcats, Global Transpodder, Andrew, Tumala, George, Tom, CJ, what's good, brother? Morning. A-Rod, do you swing trade too? I do. Alex Leventis says, morning LB, do you mark your support and resistance as two opposing candle bodies that close and open at the same price? It's not, are you talking about the range, or are you talking about this zone area? The zone area is very broad area. The range itself is where opposing candles close and open at the same place, but where you see to the left of that historical price moving in one direction. So like right here, see the top of the range? If we break out of here, we have this is just one clear direction, right? Like for example, you see here how it's candles up and down, up and down, up and down. That's not what I'm talking about. You want clear price direction now. At the bottom down here, breaking out of that, you see for the most part clear direction. I put target level here because we have this up and down, but breaking below that, look at that, clear direction, one direction. Make sense? Who's all new today? Who's new to the show? I wonder how many new people we got. All right. Let's look at GJ. Yo, what the hell is wrong with this? It's like glitching. Second day, I'm new. Nice. Me, nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, GJ, I've already marked it up and sent it out. GJ's right here. Got it. So what most people would call imbalance. Yeah, I wouldn't say most people because that's new to me, imbalance. And I've been trading since 2014. So if it's new to you, then it's different. But you know, I keep it simple. I keep it old school, and you know, I don't know those new terms that people have been recently. I've been seeing a lot of. If you want to call it an imbalance, you can call it an imbalance. I just look at it as clean price action, clean traffic. Do you think there will be enough volume to trade the markets in December? Traditionally, I don't trade Novembers and Decembers. I will say that I have traded it before. There still are opportunities. It's just you should be shifting with the market. Okay, so like if you're used to trading, you know, X amount of times, you're probably not going to have that many opportunities, right? Unless you change, like, and I mean that in a sense if you're intraday trading or swing trading. Now, if you're scalping, you'll probably still have opportunities, right? Like the scalping, because it's on such a lower time frame, you know, you shouldn't have a problem with that. Just make sure you're paying attention to the way the market is flowing, because you could find yourself in a position where, you know, your current strategy that you may be using needs to shift with the market, right, to be able to execute. So that's what I'll say about that. Looks like GJ's beginning to pump up here. Second time live with you guys, tuning in from Vegas. What's good? What's good, Reno Ballo? Tom says, thanks. You're welcome, brother. Thomas says, could top of the current wick be a new resistance to break out of? Looking left, there are a few reactions. Yeah, 100%. Like, I put it here, but I know I have these little wicks here. So I just put it here because this is where the flattest area is. But whenever it's getting up here, I'm going to pay attention to how easily is it moving through that traffic. Is it a big candle, big volume? Is it like a small wick struggling, you know? Because if it is, then I'm going to gauge the strength and make a determination of whether or not I should take that trade. The reason I put here potential, guys, is because it's not, the rule is not it breaks, it closes, and just automatically take it. I am consistently reading price action. So as it's moving through this, I'm paying attention to the way the candle is reacting in this area, because I have to make a determination of whether or not I should take that, whether or not it's worth it, and whether or not it's going to be a high probability trade for me, right? So for gold, that is the same thing for gold. Same thing for gold. Hey Rod, December was very good for me. A lot of volume. It's common since don't trade the week of the holidays. Yeah, I think that it may not be necessarily the volume, but the lack of the amount of people, like institutions and stuff, actually trading, because you gotta understand, usually during times of like holidays and stuff, you know, these big corporations, institutions and banks and stuff start closing down. So I think the market is a little bit more easily influenced. So, you know, you could still get that price movement. It just, I would just really pay attention to the structure and the price action in there. Just be very careful, extra cautious, you know, less risky, right? I wouldn't take the top end of my spectrum of my risk, right? I would take half of what I usually risk. Scalp US 30 again. Were you in the New York session? Yeah, I did the scalping with my New York session. With my VIP, I did the New York live session with them. What would deter you from taking a trade other than unfavorable risk reward? News. News. Risk to reward not being worth it. Sizing of the body of the candle. No wick to the opposite side of where I'm trying to head. Those are like the top things that I would pay attention to. Also, market structure patterns, like where the pattern is at. Pay attention to what that is telling you. Where have you been? Long time. I was here yesterday, brother. Where you been? No, I talked about this during the live stream yesterday. Took some time off and had to deal with some stuff. I wasn't supposed to be gone that long, but it was just a lot of things that started happening. My site, the LBFX Academy site, got hacked, and I got locked out of my Instagram, and then I was like working on trying to clear out and finish up the challenge accounts that I was doing. I was providing the service of passing challenge accounts and all that good stuff. So, I had to take the time to focus on that. Yeah, honestly, what time is it? It's like 12:30. Like, we're getting this push up early, and I don't know, man. I do think that GJ is gonna push up, but we're either gonna get here and it's gonna fly, or it's gonna come back and create a higher low before it has the strength to break up higher. I do think we're going to push up, though. But this is just us talking, right? Because, like I tell you guys, I don't, nobody can predict the markets. I don't predict the markets, right? Like, I set my ranges and I'm just going to be patient. But at the same time, based on the structure that we're currently seeing, I do think it's gonna push up. Because looking at the daily chart, we could easily come and fill up to 167, like 50, which is like right up here, right? That would be coming up to fill the previous wick of all this price action here has been basically breaking highs. And that would be kind of a good area, like around here, where then that would be the next lower high on a daily time frame for it to then push back down, right? Yo. Gold is moving upwards. Yeah, I think it's for gold. Yeah, I think gold is just coming back to establish a higher low. Maybe around this area before it continues down lower. You see, this is like the area where it broke out of. So maybe retesting this area before it comes down. What's the significance of not taking a trade if the candle doesn't have a wick in the opposite direction? The significance is those candles in the past, from my experience, have seen correctional moves. Usually those are when you don't see the wick, it's like an impulse type of move, and you see an immediate correction, which puts you in heavy drawdown. So if I trade those, I usually do them on a pullback. I'll wait for the next candle, pull back, and then enter. But that's just me and the way I trade. So, I mean,